And welcome guys, MrDowerPower here, playing my first LP in a very, very long time. And I will let the main character introduce to you what we're playing. We're playing Wario World! One of my all-time favorite games and a very, very underrated game. Okay, now here we have the file menu selection screen, or file selection screen. But I want to go over the settings first, because they're really, really painful. Okay, bear with me. With the rumble, when it's on, that means it's working. When it's off, it's not. So off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on, off, on. You get the idea. Okay, sound. When it's surround, it means it's surrounding you. Mono gives you a disease, and stereo is a very stereotypical stereo. Okay? Now we got that out of the way. That's probably the hardest part in the game, because it pisses me off. It's so freaking hard. I have so much trouble with it. But we got it out of the way. It's done. And now we're going to start the game. And here's the storyline behind Wario World. Long ago, there was an evil black jewel that fed on the wishes of people, turning their desires into power. This dark jewel gave birth to many evil spirits, who then tormented the good creatures of the world. Then, just when it seemed like the evil spirits would overrun the land, the Spritelings of the sacred forest ensnared, mind you, ensnared the black jewel and hid it away deep within their ancient ruins. But over time, these events were all forgotten, and one day a greedy treasure hunter stole the jewel from the ruins. I wonder who that could be. Oh, free at last! I'm chock full of power! I think I'll turn all this greedy snaps jewels into evil spirits! Alrighty, and oh my gosh, it has an eye! Here is a typical day of Wario. He sits in his chair, laughs maniacally, and just loves himself. And how can he not? I mean, look at all this treasure. This treasure is amazing. I wish I had all that. But uh-oh. The castle's collapsing. Yeah, you gotta give Wario credit. He must... I don't know how he does it. He's very overweight, but he must have walked quite a distance to get all that treasure. So props to him for... nice face. Props to him for for exercising, even when he doesn't know he's doing it. Yet he's still overweight, which puzzles me, but alright, whatever. Could be a genetics thing. Now let me show you Wario's face, and this is the central hub of Wario World. This is where all the worlds and all the levels, this is where you access everything. And when you start the game, you start here. Now we're going to go over to the treasure chest area first, because I want to be able to show you all the moves. And it's be easier to see with the camera options, because when you're in there, you're like up in Wario's face. Not that Wario's face isn't pretty, but just so you can see everything. But real quick, here are the treasure chests. This is where the final boss is. There's 4 keys we need, guarded by the 4 major bosses in the 4 worlds. And when we get all that, we can access the treasure chest and we can fight the final boss. Which I have to say, though this game is really fun and it's very underrated, the final boss is a joke. Exactly. Now, Wario's attack with the B button is a punch. Then he can jump too, which I don't know how Wario jumps without bending his knees. I guess he uses his toes. I don't know. Then you can punch while you're in the air. This is something I like to do every day with my life. As soon as I wake up from bed, I just jump in the air and punch. It makes me feel good. Here we have the shoulder barge. Every Wario game has to have that. Then you have Wario's Stomp, which his ass pretty much shakes the entire earth, which is kind of cool. Now this is the corkscrew conk. I like to call it the Wonder Wario, because the corkscrew conk sounds like a rejected sex move. So we're going to call it the Wonder Wario. But that you just use to hit things in the air. Pretty simple. And here we have the best pause screen music ever. And we have a lot of things to collect. Spritelings, treasure chests, or just treasures, and gold statues. There's a lot of stuff. Now here, this is the only part of the game I will not show you, because I need a Game Boy Advance and I do not have one. I needed to hook up to the GameCube. But if you collect, whoa, almost fell. If you collect a all the treasures in a level, you get access to a WarioWare game. Game or games, I don't know, there might be a few of them in a pack. But I can't show you that because I do not have the Game Boy Advance. Which sucks. But here, these books, if you punch them, you can save. This game is very generous with saving, so... Look, there's one in every corner. The circle. The corner of the circle is right in the middle. Birds! Almost ate the bird. Now that's where the statues go when you collect all the pieces. And don't you just love it when you... Wait, bird. Bird! Bird! Oh, man. You can't kill the birds, but... Don't you just love it when you walk into a wall and then you just keep walking? You know, you get that pain in your face, but you just keep going. Wait, oh, I forgot to move. Oh, wait, that's not it. Okay, it's the L button. Use this to vacuum up coins. Now, it's kind of odd. Usually, you would keep your money in a wallet, but Wario is pretty smart in this regard because he eats his money. Now, you know when you're walking in the city, you have your wallet in your pocket, you can get pickpocketed pretty easily. But when your money is in your stomach, chances are people aren't going to stick their hands up your ass and try to steal the money. So Wario is very good investing and managing his money. We should... I hold in the controller. That's my applause for Wario. Now here are some enemies. There's some moronic looking dinosaurs. Now you can do some special moves here. You can do the swing ding, which is kind of like throwing Bowser around in Super Mario 64 with the control stick. And if you hold down B, you can do a mega toss, I believe it's called. You just throw something really hard and far. And the last move you can do is the pile driver. And then over here, we have the treasure chest button. You hit this, a light pink, I guess, and then you find the corresponding pad and the chest will appear. But it will only appear if you hit the button, or the corresponding colored button. Yeah, we got the treasure chest, or treasure there. Excellent. Diamond. Diamond. Oh, the earth just shook. Now here we have a Spriteling. Spritelings are important. If you want to get, you know how in most Wario games, when you collect a lot of coins and treasure, it depends on what kind of castle you'll get at the end. Like, I know Wario Land 3. No, Wario Land, Super Mario Land 3. There you go. You can get a birdhouse, or a planet, or a castle. Here, depending on how many Spritelings you save from these boxes, that's how big your castle will be. So Spritelings act as that mechanic, not collecting treasure. Treasure is for the Game Boy Advance game, which I believe it should have been... No, it makes more sense that way. You'll see at the end of the game. Let's keep thinking like a spin in the air. Now here's a gold statue piece. Collect 8 of these, we get a heart fragment. Only half a heart fragment though. So we can have a total of 8, because there's only 8 levels. This game is very short, which kind of makes the game suck a little bit. The only two downfalls, the only two bad things about this game, I would say, is it's very short and the final boss is a joke. Everything else about this game is hella fun. We have another statue piece. Excellent. Okay. Those moves that I showed you before, doesn't really... Oh, wait, get... Yeah! You ain't running from me. You ain't running from me! If you see a little dinosaur like that, or a little enemy run away, go after him and punch his face out, because you'll get a lot of coins that way. Or he'll leave a lot of coins when you defeat him. Now those moves that I showed you before, they help depending on the situation. You can only access some platforms and doors with those swing-a-ding moves. If you're trying to reach a switch from far away that you can't jump to, then you use the enemy to throw. And you'll see later, there's some trap doors that you can only get through because they're made of metal. You need to use the pile driver to open up the trap door and be able to enter what's underneath. Here we have the yellow. What's kind of cool with the treasure chest, it kind of goes in a rainbow function. The red treasure chest is usually in the beginning, yellow, and then you have like the purple is the last one at the end. For some reason, the pink is at the beginning, which I don't know why, but that should have been a red one. But oh, what are you gonna do? So you can kind of have an, like if you're missing the green treasure chest, and you remember where the blue treasure chest and the yellow treasure chest was, you can kind of get the idea of where it is in between there in that area. But not all the time. It's going to be harder in the later levels. But for now, it's like in the earlier stages, it's really easy. It'll help you find out where the treasures are. Now, these trapdoors, you have to... This is like the platforming aspect of Wario World. Or, I mean, Wario World is kind of a platforming to begin with. But you need these crystals to get to the boss. Now, for this one, you only need 3. But in the later levels, you're going to need 5, 6, 7, 8. You're going to need a lot. So you want to... And they get harder. Garlic. Don't you love garlic? Now, this guy pisses me off. He is a jerk. You know? I think you're all big and mighty, huh? No, yeah. Look at that. I'm moving my arms around. I can just punch you in the face. I can punch you in the face and you won't be able to do anything. Yeah, you heard me. Anyway, if you punch that guy in the face, which I felt like doing, but I didn't really need to because I didn't want to waste money, he gives you health. Garlic acts as the health here. You know how whenever you eat garlic, you feel really, really, really energized? Wario feels like that 10 times more. Yeah. Can you imagine just eating a clove of garlic? A glarv. Yeah, there you go. Clove of garlic is short for glarv. Or glarv is short for clove of garlic. Thank you. Can you just imagine eating eating a clove of garlic like an apple or something, or an onion? Yum yum. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, the trapdoors. They're really, really, really easy in this level, but when we get to the later levels, my gosh, they're hard. They're very reminiscent of Super Mario Sunshine, which I think came before this, but some of them can be very frustrating. But that's what makes this game fun. Like the platforming, you have to do precise jumping. You'll see a little bit more of that in the later levels, but right now it's just very simply push a button, something appears, there you go. Now I should also mention too, there's a lot of the enemies. They look different in the levels, but they all function the same. Like those tiny dinosaurs, you'll see like clown versions, and you'll see snowmen versions, and you'll see like wolf versions. You'll see different versions of them, like the big and the little versions. And then you'll see something flying, like a bat or a skeleton or something like that. And there's 2 other enemies that we haven't seen. I think one is above us, and the other one's not till the end. I'll point them out. Get these stupid birds. They're not really birds. What are they're not? Okay, I guess they're just reptiles. They're not dinosaurs though. Remember, guys, only dinosaurs are on the land. Anything that flies or anything that's in the water was not a dinosaur at the time. Dinosaurs. Oh, a statue piece! I got it. I believe there's a button down here. Oh, look at that. I punched him. Pile driver. Kill him. Kill him. There we go. And we got, teal? Is that teal? I don't know. I'll say it's teal. I think turquoise is more bluish and teal is more greenish. Well, it's very hard to tell. I mean, what was that? I don't know. I have no idea. Okay. Oh, pile driver. Yeah. Now, you see up at the top there, it, like, rates how well you do these moves and stuff like that. Don't worry about that. It doesn't really matter. Alright. Let's take this. Look at this. Look, he can jump with that. That looks like it weighs 100 tons. Wario is a beast. I really want Wario. I think I might go... Oh! Fell. Wario's unfazed from falling several stories up. I don't know why I want to go as Halloween. I'm either going... I want to go as Bruce Lee, as the, the yellow tracksuit, or I want to go as Wario. I don't know. There was this really cool costume for Halloween where it's a Wario costume, but the stomach is inflatable, so you can make yourself look fatter or skinnier, which I think is hilarious. And it's only 30 bucks. I don't know. Halloween at college is very big. It's considered like an excuse to party, but I don't really like to party. Or like go, the stereotypical frat parties and the sorority parties. No, they're stupid. Don't ever go to those. They're really, really stupid. But I like small groups. Like I usually go with 5, 4, 6, 3, or 7 people at a time. Go to a bar or something. I usually get a drink or two. I don't They always get drunk. I don't like getting drunk. Getting drunk is not a good feeling. I got drunk on my birthday, let me tell you. Started drinking at noon. I passed out at 4 o'clock. What a birthday, guys. Woo! I was asleep for most of it. Great birthday, huh? But I haven't been drunk since. So my birthday was May 19th. So I'm the big 2-1, guys. Whoop-de-doo! What does it all mean? Nothing really. Just means I'm getting older. I'm 21 and I'm already feeling old. Oh, the joys of life. Alright, this guy's making me angry, so I'm gonna rescue him. Using the B. Don't you dare tell me how to use the B button. I'll use the B button whenever I want, okay? Alright, this... What do they call it? A doohickey? I forget. I think it's a doohickey. I call it a crystal. This crystal's really easy. Don't punch out all the blocks or you're gonna have to restart. So you just knock a few down, climb up. Ugh. I like... A lot of sounds emanate from Wario. Like, it makes a lot of noises. Can you imagine, like, walking down the street next to Wario? It's probably like his skin rubs up against his skin. Like it sounds like a fart's coming out from his armpit or something. I wonder how often he does his laundry. We're going in circles. I do my laundry like I try to do it every weekend. Sunday night is the best time to do laundry. Let me tell you. Wario, he probably takes 20 craps. Yeah, I see you. He probably takes 20 craps a day. Why am I even talking about this? Let's not talk about how often Wario goes to the bathroom. But I would never go into the bathroom after Wario, because you'd probably die. If you went into the bathroom after Wario used it, your skin would probably melt off your body, and like your eyes would probably crust over, and you would suffocate to death. It would be a horrible way to go. But we don't want any of that. Will you get up this tree? Thank you. Thank you. Okay. I never had a treehouse. That's something I always wanted. I think that would have been really cool. I'm kind of too big now, and now that I live in the city, there aren't really a lot of trees. There's like a tiny forest. There's like a forest of like 4 trees in front of one of the buildings on the campus. That's what I consider a forest. But that's, you know, I live in Philadelphia. So, not a lot of trees going on there. Coins. Let's jump. Oh! The earth shook from Wario's ass. Oh, man. Can you imagine having an ass that shakes the earth? I can't. Alright, let's do this trapdoor. Alright, this is probably one of the harder ones. But it's not hard at all. Just line yourself up either on the bottom left or on the upper right. Don't hit the spike, and it takes you up. Change the camera around, and there you go. Very easy. Get some garlic. Oh, I thought it's over here. Okay. Yeah! That must be one powerful spring to be able to shoot him up like that. I'm not going to focus a whole lot on getting as many coins. I mean, if there's a coin in front of my face, I'm going to eat it. In terms of being Wario, I'm not going to eat a coin in real life. That I'm going to admit that I did. I have eaten a coin by accident. Oh, that was a painful experience. That was when I was a kid. Not yesterday or anything. Okay. I hate going off. I go off tangents. So I have ADD. If you haven't noticed. So I go off tangent very easily. And I'm gonna leave that guy in there. He's annoying as hell. Probably talk bad about his mom. So I don't wanna. Anybody who talks bad about their own mama, no, they are not getting let out of their box. And we'll put this back the way it was, because I'm a very tidy person. And we'll jump back up. Oh yeah. Now this next area. Wait, let me get this guy first before I continue. Well, I can talk about it anyway. There's something. He talks about it. Unicorn's lair. He like grabbed my face. The first time you go down there, it's unavoidable. You have to go down there just to see what it's like. The game requires you to. But you want to avoid falling off ledges in this game, because if you do, you go into Unicorn's lair, which is occupied by the ghosts like ghostly faces of rhinoceros? I don't know idea. What you want to do, there's boxes placed all over the place, and you want to find the spring and get out of there. Now, if one of them grabs you, they'll take your coins, and you have to shake free. But if you fall in the water too, I think it's poisonous water, that will also take away some of your coins. And in the later levels, there's less and less platform and more water, so it gets really hard to traverse through those areas. Oh, man, is it hard. So you want to try and avoid falling off ledges as much as you can. It'll be harder to do in the later levels, but just do your best. I mean, there's no, like, I don't think there's any game overs. So, like, if you fall down, oh, I did it wrong. If you fall down, it's not the end of the world. But it does suck. I will say that. It does suck. And blows. Oh, get up there. Come on. Oh. Brownies. Don't miss it. Get up. Up. Jump, Wario. Jump. Jump, Frog. Jump. It's one of my favorite books as a kid. Does anyone remember Froggy Gets Dressed? Oh, greatest. Oh, it's about a frog that hibernates in the winter. It's about a kid frog and his parents. They hibernate in the winter, and he wakes up during the winter, and he's like, oh wow, it's snow, and he goes out, and he forgets to put on articles of clothing on every time. So he, like, oh, you forgot to put your coat on. So he goes in, he takes off his mittens, whoop, takes off his hat, whip, takes off his boots, flop, takes off his pants, pa-ching, like that kind of thing. And then he goes out again, and he forgets something else. And then he finally forgets his underwear. So he has to take everything off, puts his underwear on, and he gets so tired that he just goes back to sleep. So this poor kid wanted to go out and play in the snow, and he just gets tired because he always forgets to put on some articles of clothing. It sucks. Okay, we got all the statue pieces, and we got all the doohickey red crystals. We have 2 more chests left. Oh, we have all the Spritelings too. And the 2 chests are really easy to find. One is to the left, and the other one is even more to the left. So let's beat these guys up because they made fun of my mama. Oh, pile driver! I drove it like a pile of drivers. That was bad. Punch, headbutt. There we go, there we go, there we go. Oh, here's the other enemy. Oh, I guess I didn't really explain the Triceratops either. I guess I should. This enemy... Oh, look at that. I punched his ass once and he got knocked out. This enemy, if you hit him, if you attack him face on after a little bit, he hides in his shells. So just walk away or walk behind him, and then he'll come out and just keep hitting him. The Triceratops kind of enemy, it hit him a few times, and he'll drop his club, and he'll try to charge you, and then just hit him a few times more, and you can kill him. So it's like a 2-step process. Oh, I burped again. I burped again. Oh, I burped again. Boop, boop. Now this balloon thing here, this will just take you back to the beginning. So we don't need to go there now. But if you ever need like a treasure chest or anything, and you want to go back and start over, then you can do that. Now at the end of every level is a boss. And there's a total, I just figured it out, there's a total of 17 bosses and only 8 levels. Wow. The bosses, though, in this game are great, and the music in this game is amazing. The very last level has some of the best music ever. We won't get there for a little bit, though, but I'll bring up the subject again. Now, in the bottom right is the boss health meter. This is the only one that has 3. The final boss has 8, I believe, but every other boss has 5. And every time you knock off the meter, he gets faster, or she gets faster. I don't know if there are any female bosses. No, there are. So he or she. So just use a power move to deplete the health meter, get some coins. Now he's going to be really fast, so you want to walk around in tight circles. Very, very tight circles. Oh my gosh, look at that. That is awesome. I love this game. Punch his ass. Oh! And then we're going to pile drive! Oh yeah, there we go. Now be quick, because they're going to drop coins. Suck them up, eat them, poop them out later, and there we go, guys. The completion of the very first level of Wario World. Wario's butt cheek sticks out a little bit. I like that pose. Gives us a thumbs up. And at the end, depending on how many enemies you defeated, you get more coins. And we got a total of 1779. Very Shagadelic. Okay. Now, you don't have to get everything, but it makes the game a lot more... If you just go through the level, don't give a crap about anything, this game is going to go by really, really fast. But if you take the time and collect everything, it'll be really, really fun. So we're going to do this 100%. We're going to try to collect everything. Try and collect as many coins as possible, not make it tedious. And this sign here is just a to-do list. It's the same for everything. Here, I'll show you. Show up here, punch it. I think my roommate's coming. Nope, it's a guy upstairs. Okay. I have a little bit of time left before they come in. Start making a lot of noise. I will show you the game piece of the treasure chest. So let me do that quick. Over here. Over here, on the left. I'm not going to punch it because it'll activate. I'll just say, it will not work. But if you collect all the treasures in an area, you can play some games. I don't know what the games are because I never had a Game Boy Advance, and I was never able to connect it to the GameCube, and I don't have a GameCube anymore. I have a Wii, so I guess you can't really do it anymore anyway. And over here, we have the statue, and the other statue on the right is for the other level. Jump off, do a face plant. Oh, yes. It's such a fun game. I hope you guys love this LP. I hope you do. I'm going to have a good time. I will try and update every Monday and Thursday. Alright? So we'll start the next level on Thursday. Have fun, guys. Hope you're enjoying this. I love you, Wario! Woo!